Hey, yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is SmartTCG, and today I'm going to be going over a deck that hasn't necessarily gotten a whole lot of talk over the past several months, but I actually think is a lot better than some people might initially think as of right now in the standard format. With so many powerful decks like Lugia, VSTAR, and Mew VMAX, along with Lost Box Patrol in the top tables, this is a deck that kind of has fallen out of favor, but I actually think is a little bit better than some people might initially assume as of right now in the standard format. That's going to be Arceus VSTAR Inteleon. Now, this is a deck that used to be one of the best decks, if not considered the best deck in format. Strategy is using that Trinity Nova to be able to attach tons of energies onto your Arceus and then use your Inteleon Shady Dealings to be able to use Cheren's Care over and over again. However, over the past few months, the power creep has kind of hurt this deck, with things like Lugia doing well over 300 damage and even having attackers that just instantly knock out, and decks like Mew VMAX just being so hyper aggressive. But I think the metagame is kind of starting to shake up to where this deck actually has a little bit of a lane in the formats to be able to actually be successful. So, today we're going to be going over that. So it's going to be Arceus Inteleon with that Arceus VSTAR here with that Trinity Nova and Starbirth being able to stay consistent and set up your board state. Also got things like Radiant Gardevoir, which came out a few months ago, which definitely aids in making Arceus as bulky as possible. We have the Inteleon line as well for consistency, and then we have a double V-Guard energy to be able to make your Arceus is as bulky as physically possible. This is the list as of right now. It will be in the description. If you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. All right, let's kind of show off this deck and, kind of go over some games on exactly how the deck works. It's really, really strong, I think, actually right now, and I think deserves a spot in the metagame. All right, let's hop into it. Alrighty, everyone, so hopping into our match here, it looks like we're going to be going up against the big bad Lugia VSTAR. So this is definitely going to be a great test to see if we're able to take down one of the most powerful decks in format. Our hand isn't necessarily that great. However, we do have a Marnie next turn to look for something like that double turbo energy and Arceus VSTAR to be able to get the KO. To be able to prevent the KO or make it a little bit more difficult for them to do it. We would have liked to get the V-Guard energy there instead, to really make it difficult for them to be able to knock us out, but can't really complain about getting turn 1 Arceus plus energy. That is kind of one of the hardest things that this deck struggles with, and that's kind of one of the big problems that all Arceus decks have, is that especially when you go first, because you can't play a supporter, you'll run into some situations as to where you aren't actually able to actually get an energy turn 1, and then your starts just are all kind of backlogged, and you're not really able to get off to a very, very good start, and you kind of fall too far behind here. So we do see the quick ball here getting rid of the Archeops. Going to be grabbing that Raikou. All right, so Raikou's a pretty interesting card, I guess, in this matchup. I wonder if they're going to bench it early, if they just plan to discard it. Yeah, so we can't just Manaphy to prevent that, so I'm kind of curious as to why they benched that down. I think something like Yveltal might be a little bit better, but we'll see exactly what they do. There's the powerful going on to Lugia. Something we could end up running here to be like Choice Belt Zigzagoon combination to like maybe surprise a Lugia and get 210 off, but just a consideration for the future. So all right, there's the attachment of the double turbo. That's very nice. And now we literally just need an Arceus VSTAR, and we're going to be in a pretty decent spot. So let's use that Marnie, looking for any type of shady dealing out, Evolution Incense, tons of things that we could get, and this is actually really, really good. We can evolve into the Arceus VSTAR here. We can utilize that Starbirth as well. One of the most powerful abilities still in the game, even though Arceus has gotten power crept a little bit out of the format, it still is a wonderful ability, and is going to aid us incredibly here. So let's grab ourselves a Radiant Gardevoir along with a Arceus V, just making it as hard as possible for them to be able to knock me out. I think we're gonna grab these two things, yeah, because we just really want to make sure that this does not get KO'd. So let's go here. Let's put this down as well. I do think we're going to preemptively Inteleon, and the reason is that we do not want to get screwed over by their Raikou getting rid of that. So I think just us preemptively doing this seems like the correct decision here. Getting that Marnie for next turn, preemptively getting set up to where if they do use Raikou, we can simply then just Marnie them and continue on our way. So let's use Trinity Nova, dealing 180 damage there, and we have a huge Arceus VSTAR now that they have to deal with. So we're looking pretty okay here. I think at this point, I just want to attach 2 energy because that's just going to be the V-Guard anyways for next turn. So it seems totally fine. And then we can go V-Guard energy and potentially even Inteleon for the Big Charm again. So I just have a 300 plus HP Pokemon that's just really difficult to knock out. But either way, I think we're definitely in an okay spot here. And we're going to be playing the long game here. We're going to be able to attempt to try and grind them out of this game by putting them in spots where they actually aren't able to take KOs. And then if it becomes a two-shot war, that's where Arceus V-STAR and Inteleon really starts to shine. So I think we're looking okay here. All right, there's Yveltal. I also don't even mind them using Yveltal here because we can just go, because if they use Yveltal here, they have to burn energies off the Lugia potentially, which is a little bit awkward for them. And they also just lose 5 energy regardless as well. So there's Evolution Incense. Grabbing Lugia V-STAR. All right. There is the Evolution. That's exactly what they get. All right, Summoning Star. Getting the 2 down. Exactly what they were looking for. Now the big question is exactly what do they have in their hand? Because if they have an energy, then they can just go attach and then power up onto the Yveltal and take the knockout, which might be what they're able to do here. However, if they have a dead hand, then they're definitely putting themselves in an awkward situation. And even if they attack with Yveltal here, I'm not too against that. The fact that they seem to be playing a little bit slow here, which is obviously not a problem. It's just that maybe they don't have it yet and they're thinking about their options. I don't know. But if they don't have it here, then I think that we're definitely in a good spot because we can just boss Azores, but they wouldn't be doing all this if they didn't have it. I'd be stunned if they just left that on the bench because then we could just go boss's orders, remove that, and then they probably do just lose. Yeah, they're full committing here. All right. Oh, they're Marning. Okay, so they're actually just banking on finding an energy. Oh my goodness. So if they miss, this is a disaster. Them missing an energy is game losing potentially for them. Which it's pretty unlikely that they miss, but they probably shouldn't have attached all those energy first. I think they should have Marnied first because they took out 4 energy from their deck, which actually makes it possible that they are going to miss this. So yeah, and that's exactly what happened. They got punished. Wow. Okay, so now we can just wipe this off the board, and then they're in a really bad spot. So let's go Ultra Ball here. We can also lock in Path, which is ideal. So let's go Ultra Ball, discarding these 2, grabbing ourselves a Shady Dealings and Inteleon. We'll evolve into the Shady Dealings. Locking in Path here is absolutely incredible for us as well. We can get ourselves a, I think, Scoop Up Net and Boss's Orders. That seems fine. We already have Melony for next turn. We can Shady Dealings for pretty much whatever we want anyways. So, all right, so let's do that. Net Boss. Boss's Orders. Bring that up. Let's go Path to the Peak. Seems fine here. I mean, I guess Path actually isn't even that useful because it shuts off Radiant Gardevoir, and I don't really want to give them an easier... yeah, I don't even think we put down Path. Let's just go Net here. 1, 2, 3. Then Trinity Nova, take the KO. And I guess we can attach another energy here, although it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Because I guess we run the V-Guard energy. Nope, and I guess they conceded. So maybe just us being able to take that there. I don't think they would have been able to knock us out. So we were able to beat the first Lugia, which was a pretty good matchup there for us. Just kind of how it worked out, being able to get the V-Guard energy along with also the Big Charm and Gardevoir just made it way too difficult for them to be able to take the knockout. So that's the first game. Pretty convincing win against one of the best decks in format. All right, let's get into the next one. Alrighty, so hopping into our game here. Looks like we're going to be going up against Lost Box. So Lost Box still one of the most powerful decks in format. You see it every single tournament, so definitely will be a very good test for us to see exactly if our deck is able to compete. I'm not exactly sure which version it is. However, they have thrown down Sableye and Cram, which means that it might be a more Lost Box centralized build as opposed to something like Goodra. So we'll see exactly what they're doing here. They do play Fog Crystal as well, which is kind of interesting. I know like old lists in the past used to play Fog Crystal, but mostly everyone has omitted that from their lists. So let's see. All right. There's Net. Going to Comfy. Flower selecting again. Benching of the other Comfy, and they're popping off here. Definitely having a really good start. All right, we're going against the Zard version. Definitely very winnable, especially because we do play Big Charm. They actually cannot knock us out with some like choice belts. So the only problem in this matchup is that they're hyper aggressive and our deck needs a little bit of time. So my biggest concern is just running into a situation where they just overrun us with crams and stuff like that. However, as long as we get an energy, which we just did right now, then we're going to be okay. So I think we need to go quick ball away. This is like the one situation where I keep calling it would actually not be that bad. But I think here we just want to go quick ball away the Ordinary Rod. Or we could also get rid of Big Parasol too. I guess we'll get rid of Big Parasol here. That seems fine. Let's grab ourselves an Arceus. Whole bunch of the Arceus, and then I think I just pass it off to them here. Alright. So, pretty decent start. I mean, just getting Arceus plus energy is kind of all you need with this deck. So, can't really complain about that for sure. Here's Color's Experiment being used. They're definitely going to be looking to like escape rope cram the bench. That's probably their best case, is going to be doing that. With the Fog Crystal variant, we kind of just know it's Charizard, so I don't necessarily know if they play Belt or not, which would be kind of important here. But all we need is just an established board. We just need like 2 Arceus on the field, ability to Cheren's Care, which kind of becomes scary because their deck is built to prevent these type of situations. So that is the one thing I'm concerned about. Guru gets thrown away, which is kind of good for us because that card is really, really important when it just comes to managing resources in general. Oh, they're roping here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is actually good for us that they did this because they can never Charizard us, I think, next turn. So this just actually helps us a lot. Wow, okay, I'm quite happy about this. Let's go Evo Incense for Drizzile here. Drizzile. Marnie. All right. What do we want to do here? I think we can do is just go Ultra Ball away the water and the Ultra Ball. Seems fine. Alright, let's do it. I guess we could also get rid of Roxanne. I mean, Roxanne's probably not that useful as well. Get rid of these 2. Seems fine. Alright. Arceus. Gonna grab that here. Bench that. Starbirth. I guess this now might have been a situation where Parasol like would have been nice because now they can just Sableye this, which was kind of annoying. And I guess we'll just grab Cheren's Care because I think they are going to Sableye next turn, so it just seems objectively correct to grab Cheren's in preparation for that. Because this thing is getting KO'd. However, I guess what we could do is just go net. I guess we could just grab this as well and then net this, go bench double Sobble. I guess that's fine. Alright. Because they can't KO both of them because of the big HP. So 7 HP Sobble actually proven itself to be useful here. Because then we can go Cheren's Care. And that is what can kind of break the camel's back in this matchup. And will kind of allow us to take over. Let's just attach 1 because we're always just going to Cheren's Care anyways. So let's do that. Take a prize card. There is the Marnie. Alright. Flower selecting. There's Drapion. Heavy Ball. Okay. So here comes Flower selecting here. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good here. As long as we can like stick a charm at the right time. So if they're smart, they should probably just go knock out 1 Sobble and put like 30 onto Arceus because they want to just set up a situation where they can go Zard, or just like Zard KO. So that is something that they're probably going to be looking for. They are burning so deep though right now with all these cards. They might just become really Roxanne proof if they burn all their switch cards. They're already down a switch card in there. They're down a net. They're down a couple Colorises. They are down a lot, and they're burning even further here. So definitely a lot. I guess we probably could have kept Parasol around to prevent the damage on the bench. That probably would have been better. But then again, they probably play multiple Lost Vacuum. So I guess it's like also fine. Oh, they do have Zigzagoon. That's so annoying. So now they do KO. Okay. They're just gonna Sableye non-stop us, which is really dumb. Really dumb. Okay. So they do get the double KO here, which is not good. However, I think we're still looking okay here. Wow, they hit that okay. I mean, I guess it's not that unlikely. But they're down like all their net now, right? They're down 3 nets. They're down 1 in here. Actually, no, they have another one. Okay, that's a really good top deck. Let's go attach Marnie. All right. What do I even want to do with this hand? Because if I just bench another Sobble, it's just gonna get KO'd. So I think I just literally go Trinity over here, take the KO, and then I just go Cheren's next turn because they'll poke me for sure. And I think we have to attach just in case they play like Raihan Magma Base and they're able to pop off a KO out of nowhere. We just want to have that ready just in case. If they Sableye again here, then this is where I will feel comfortable probably benching the Drizzile or like benching another Sobble. Because I think at that point, because we'll have removed both of the Sableye off the field. So this deck could use something like Lost City even. Kind of thought about it. Doesn't seem terrible. All right, there's Flower Selecting. Because you can go like Lost City away like Sableye or Lost City away something like the Zard or something like that. Could be good. Something to consider. But I would very much assume that they will just Sableye here. Like, they definitely should just Sableye here. There's Clara. Getting back Sableye Cramorant. Then we'll see those two as well. Okay. Let's see what they end up getting here. I would assume they, I mean, if they cram here, this is good for us. Okay, this is very good because they're not damaging the Arceus, which is probably what they should be doing here. Is they should be damaging the bench Arceus. You just should probably set up the active Arceus to where it'll just get KO'd by pretty much anything next turn. Oh, they're roping. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, so this makes a little more sense as to what they were doing. Okay, so now they're setting both of them up to just be KO'd, which is not great. So now I am afraid of Zard. So I don't exactly know if they play Magma Basin or not. They haven't shown that yet, which I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume that they do play Magma Basin. So I think we just Cheren's care of this. Loop. Go here. I guess I can path. There's really no reason not to. So now at this point, I think I can quick ball for the thingy, for the Sobble here. I don't think there's a reason not to, because now I force Sableye, and if they were able to, let's say, construct a Charizard knockout here, then I would have the ability to maybe go like Roxanne if I got a Pal Pad, plus KO, which would potentially win me the game. So I think at this point here, we're just going to take the KO. I think that's fine. And ideally, we could Cheren's carries again too. So, all right. Grab Radiant Gardevoir. Flower Selecting. All right. There's attachment. Yeah, they're just gonna Sableye again, which I guess is just fine, because like we're giving them this prize because it puts them down to 3. So that's the thought process behind it. But we are gonna need to find something like Marnie sooner rather than later. The thing that they did do is they did Clara early, which might be a good thing for us. Okay. So now we go evolve, attach. I think so yeah, we're gonna path here because it forces them to bump path and go Zard. If they bump path and go Zard here, then that's fine. Then we just path again. I think this is very good here. So we'll go KO, put down path. They then have to bump path, and then we'll path again. I'd ideally combo that with something like a Marnie, because it's Zard or bust here. If they don't Zard, they lose. So I'm going to force a vacuum. It just comes down to if they play like 3 of them, because they've already used one, right? Where is it? Wait, have they not used one? Oh, I guess they haven't. So here's the first Zard. And the biggest question is now can they vacuum or like vacuum away this second path? I guess I haven't vacuumed here. The boss is, yeah, relevant. They're comfing a lot here though. So they are maybe just trying to thin their deck down. I don't know exactly what they're looking for. But we can't prevent a KO on this bench Zard unless they have, how much do we have left? We have 230. Okay, so we can go and bump this up to 260 because they have how many net left? They have 1 net left. So this kind of comes down to if they have it or not. I think that's all we can say. Is like if they have it, they have it. We'll see. All right, Path, Big Charm, comes down to what their deck's capable of. Big Charm, Path, and we will Trinity Nova for the KO. Isn't enough, though. That's the question. If they have Zigzagoon Clara, they win. Or if they have Zigzagoon Clara Stadium Bump, they win. The big question is, do they have it? If not, they lose. I guess they could also have Echo Horn as well, but that's more unlikely than any of the other cards. Here. There's Boss. Well, we're going to find out right here now. Flower selecting. Can they get there? It just comes down to if their deck has those, like if the deck just plays the cards, because they can't Lost Vacuum away the Big Charm and the Path. They would need like double Lost Vacuum. Okay, there's Temple. So now they need Lost Vacuum, and then they also need Clara. All right, here we go. Down to the wire here. They're retreating to Comfy. Flower selecting again. Do they get there? That's the big question. Oh my gosh, this is so close. There's the rope. Oh my gosh, did we pull it out? There's the net. That's the final net, which means unless they don't play both, they can never get this knockout. They would have to have Horn. There's the Cram. There's the... No, they got there. Oh my goodness. All right, so they were able to get that. Dang, we were super close. Super close, super close. They'll take the knockout there. And unfortunately, lose to Echoing Horn, which it is what it is. I don't think there's anything we could have done about it. So, you know, sometimes I'll lose. Sometimes I show games that I end up losing, which I think are really, really good. So it is what it is, but I'm imperfect. All right. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. We're able to go 2-1 today on the video, so not too bad. So anyways, with that being said, this is SmartTCG. I appreciate all the support as always. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the deck as well in the comments if you think if it can compete still in the standard format. So with that being said, thank you so much, and I'll speak with you again soon. Peace out, everyone. If you're looking to improve your game, I do offer coaching on Metafy. I'm currently ranked in the top 10 players in North America, and I know what it takes to reach that level. If you're interested in just finding out exactly what coaching is, I do offer a free consultation here where you can book it and we can kind of go over whether or not coaching is something for you. I do also offer training packages, which are just bundled sessions on top of the individual sessions as well. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM on any of my socials or post it in the comments and I'll make sure to get back to you. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video and I'll speak with you again soon. Peace out. If you are looking for more exclusive content, I do offer that on Patreon. I have articles spanning from 500 to 3,000 words. I also have exclusive videos catered towards improving as a player. I have all 3 tiers here that go over exactly what each one offers, including free coaching in the Ultra Ball tier. Thank you for all my Patreons for the continued support. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, never hesitate to DM me. The link will be in the description for my Patreon. Thank you so much.